Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible? Hello. Sally, ma'am, are you there? Hello, Sally, ma'am.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So I think student will join. Okay.
Yes, so they'll take another 5 minutes, I guess. They'll join by 12:05 or so. So you just try to cover 1 hour of lecture entirely. If it extends after one, also it's okay.
Okay, ma'am. No problem.
And
No
if you
problem.
need anything in case, sir, you can just drop me a message because the recording should go smoothly. So I'll not speak in between that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Meanwhile, there will be some basically problem like uninterrupted power supply might be means basically this is what can be done. So I'll put you message that this is what the problem my
Yeah.
side or whatever it may be.
Sure,
So
sure, sure.
that I
I'll be
know.
connected. I'll be there on WhatsApp, so you can just ping me anytime.
Okay, ma'am. And this basically session will driven by anyone, any other else?
No, 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 sir. It's entirely your time, sir. No one will
Okay,
be
okay.
interfering in
No,
between. Yeah.
no. My question is like means basically you are coordinating this basically session or someone else is there for like joining the students and all.
No, so yeah, I'll have to follow up with my coordinators because they are
Okay,
directly connected with GATE students. So I'll ask them, I'll drop a message to them now that ask the students to join soon. That's what I'll be doing only.
okay,
Over
okay,
the
ma'am.
call, I won't be speaking anything.
Okay. So I have one of my team member here, Abhinandan sir. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, Abhinandan
Yes,
sir.
good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, very good
Good,
morning.
good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Uh,
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
sir,
All right then, sir. Have a good
yeah,
session, sir.
yeah,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I'll go on
Thank you.
mute.
Yeah, yeah. So where is Kure sir?
Sir, Kure, sir, I think he is coming, sir.
Okay.
Within few minutes, he will join.
Okay, okay.
Amarjeet, sir.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Sir, just a request, as per the requirement of this session, so
Mm-hmm.
only for an hour, you should be only speaking, sir. At the end, for 5 minutes, you can ask students to unmute. Until then, students will not talk anything. If you want to make it interactive, then you can, but
Yeah,
anyone else should not speak. So, like Abhinandan, sir, or any other faculty should be on mute for the entire time.
yeah, yeah. That will take care, ma'am. No problem. I
Okay, fine.
understand
That's it.
because you are going to put this recording to use of students and all. That's why.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We'll put it
yeah.
on YouTube also on the Prerna's channel.
Agreed, agreed, ma'am. No problem. No problem.
Okay, fine, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon to students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Meena. And I believe my screen is also visible to all of you. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. So, welcome to all this Prerna, that is Program Center for SC/ST students for GATE Aptitude session. And I'm Amarjeet Pandey, interesting in basically this aptitude and doing this work from long, basically 7 years. So I'm here to just mentor you, just basically give you tips for how to go with our verbal aptitude, basically. And this is me. So let's start the session. Yes. So this is what GATE we already know. Are we talking about this GATE? Yes. I think no, this is not, we are talking about this GATE. This is also a GATE, but our GATE is very much different. Yes. So friend, I'm talking about GATE, that is Graduate Aptitude Test for Engineering. And this is what basically our content, that I'm going to give you some introduction about what is GATE, what are its basic points regarding that. You all know this, but again, a small revision for you all. Then we're going to have the syllabus discussion. Now, as far as syllabus discussion is concerned, I'm mainly going to focus on the changes, whatever there in 2020, GATE 2020 and GATE 2021, my friends. So what are the basic difference? What is there actually? Because there are something which is change as per the new syllabus. And today in this two session, I'm going to cover the reading and comprehension. And in the next session, from basically, which is there up to from 1 to 2, there 1:30 to 2:30, there we are going to cover the narrative sequencing. And again, as Einstein said, that if you want to understand something, in a good way, you must understand with the examples. So naturally, we are going to solve some example as well, my friend. Okay. So yeah. So friend, let's start with a small introduction. Now we all know about this GATE. That GATE is something is a very important and prominent exam taken by the MHRD. And this exam is jointly conducted by all the basically IITs and the premier institute of India, like IIT Bombay, Delhi, Guwahati, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras, Roorkee, and Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, on rotational basis. Okay, so if I'm talking about rotational basis, this is what I mean to say, my friend. And that is, if you're talking about this year here, so if you see in 2021, this IIT Bombay is conducting the exam, and meanwhile you see this in 2020 IIT Delhi is there, 2019 IIT Madras, 2018 IIT Guwahati, 17 IIT Roorkee, and then IIC Bangalore. So this is what the means of rotational, my friend. All the premier institute basically go with this, and this is top basically IITs we are talking. We are not getting NITs all. So you can understand the importance of this and the significance of this exam. Now, the most important thing, what I basically feel is what we get. Okay, because this is what a motivational point for all of us, that why we are doing this GATE, why we are putting so much efforts. Your college, Tulsiram Gaikwad group, is putting so much efforts to incorporate this much training part in for you. So basically what we get, very important, please, I'm going to, if you have any doubt, you can just put it in chat box or you can tell me. Yes. So friend, with a successful attempt in GATE, an aspirant can choose the most suitable option for wide range to routes to travel to his final career destination. Now, being a technocrat, being a technical person, we all are, being a professional, we need to clarify that what we want to choose in our life, my friend. So, and yes, the first and foremost thing is, if you're doing anything, do it wholeheartedly. Okay, it should not be that you are doing only for the sake that yes, I need to tell others ki bhai main gate de raha hu. This should not be there, my friend. So basically, student can, first thing, you can pursue MTech, PhD from the premier institute and reputed institutes of India. Means you can go for higher education, and most thing, you can pursue postgraduate diploma as well as in industrial engineering, in manufacturing management, in project management from NITI Mumbai. And one more point I need to add here, you can go for MBA as well if you are doing this gate. So there is also a connection with respect to this gate. If you are qualifying for this gate exam, so you can go for MBA in basically energy management from one of the premier institute. Next is and mostly basically, if you don't want to go for this basically higher education, you want to put yourself for the basically core field, and that is in the job field. So yes, here it is, my friend. The reputed Maharatna and Navratna PSUs and research organization recruit on basis of GATE. So I'm talking about Maharatna and Navratna. So this basically consists of IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited of India, NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, PGCIL, Power Grid Corporation India Limited. So my friend, if you're talking about this all, basically these are the top companies which is come under Maharatna and Navratna. And for your kind information, the packages of this company is one, basically it's 12 lakh minimum, 12 lakh per annum. I'm talking about CTC. There are n numbers of advantages, basically all with this joint. So this is what the basically what you basically get if you're talking about this one. So my friend, you must go it thoroughly. And again, you can go with a teaching professor like we are there, basically professors, assistant professors at IIT, NITs and other reputed educational institutes. Yeah. Then you can go with, if suppose you want to go with the research, so you can go with that in ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, then DRDO, BARC, CSIR, and IIT as well. Then again, there is a post of SRF, which is called as Senior Research Fellow, which is there with all this research organization as well as the premier institute in India. Then again, there is a post Junior and Senior Research Associate. Now, if you're talking about this, my friend, now there is a question ki sir, what we get actually, if suppose we are going to qualify for the gate, so is there any reimbursement? So yes, friend, you're getting the stipend. You're getting the stipend when you simply join institute. So the stipend is there for you all. Are you getting? And yes, lucrative opportunity in R&D after post-graduation. Multinational firm shortlist candidate on the basis of GATE. Yes, my friend. Now, we all know that we have the basically companies and MNCs like we are talking about Infosys, basically, or TCS. So some of the company in that particular, if you're talking about ACC Cement or some of the manufacturing company like Hindustan Unilever, then ITC, these are also getting recruit based on this GATE score. If you're mentioning in your CV that I am qualified in GATE, so you are getting utmost preference for this. And yes, some international university offer MS or PhD program on the basis of GATE score, my friend. I believe most of you don't know this, but yes, this is very important thing. I don't think so. How many of you means you are simply preparing for GRE, TOEFL or IELTS for going for abroad to study your MS or all, my friend, if you're cracking this gate, so some international university also putting this thing for you. Okay. Now, which international university we are? So here it is. I hope it is visible for all. So friend, here, if you're talking about this, National University of Singapore, one of the world best university, my friend, and it is world's best university, ranked 11th, okay, in the world university ranking, but it is one of the basically top 10. It is there. So my friend, I don't know how many of you know this National University of Singapore. Okay, it is one of the world's top university, my friend. For basically Master of Engineering or PhD program, you can have it. Okay, and basically Germany. So this is also basically providing you the seat if you are qualified with a valid GATE score. And yes, then we have RWTH, Aston University in Germany, also accept this GATE score. So this is all about basically the purpose for which you are putting your efforts to this one of the preeminent competitive exam, that is GATE, my friend. So I hope this thing is clear to all of you. Next, my friend, let's discuss the next point, and that is syllabus discussion. Now, if I'm talking about a syllabus discussion, I'm totally focused on the changes. I'm totally focused on the changes in GATE 2021 syllabus from GATE 2020 syllabus, my friend, because I believe you must understand the basic differences, and hence I hope this is. So as I'm going to deal with a verbal aptitude, so let's discuss this thing first. So we all know that as far as the syllabus is concerned, we have tenses, article, adjective, preposition, conjunction, verb, noun, agreement, and other parts of speech. And if you're talking about basically basic vocab and reading and comprehension with narrative sequencing, my friend. Now, the new topics which is added in 2021 is idiom. Now see, this idioms and phrases, this is what earlier it is putting separate, but now in 2021 GATE, it is there within that reading and comprehension, my friend. Are you getting my point? So, and the new thing is we have this narrative sequencing. We have this you can start with a narrative sequencing. Okay, so now I believe you all aware or you all know about this reading and comprehension. Okay, but with respect to this narrative and sequencing, my friend, something which I'm going to focus on. Okay, and idioms and phrases we all know, but yes, we all know that there are n numbers of means we cannot predict the questions which is there, because it is not our university examination where we have the questions bank or something like that. It is something, my friend, where we need to put our efforts. Okay, now my comment is to you is about this. The added topics are generally covered in GATE 2020 syllabus inherently, means it is there, but in GATE 2021 it was revealed. Now, friend, so if you see in 2020 it is there with that syllabus, but now it is prominently focused on this area. That means now the question you are going to see on narrative sequencing as well as the idioms and phrases. Okay, now next is, yes, my team member will going to tell you about, because basically they are going to deal with quantitative aptitude where they are putting data interpretation. Now in that, my friend, what I basically will focus on is this one. New topics which is added in 2021 syllabus. Okay, yes. So I hope you have noted down, my friend. Please note down this basic points which is there for you all. Okay, so this is what the new topics which is added as far as quantitative aptitude is concerned. So power, exponents and logarithm, mensuration and geometry, elementary statics and probability. So if you see in that particular, in GATE 2021 syllabus, permutation and combination, elementary statics and probability was specifically added in quantitative aptitude. So my friend, you need to focus on this basic things, because this is basically added in 2021. It is not there in 2020. Hope you can jot down this point. Okay, so please focus on this thing. Next is, yes, analytical aptitude. And in that, basically, it is deduction and induction, analogy, numerical relations and reasoning. Now, new topic which is added, it is deduction and induction, analogy and numerical relation. Now, basically, analogy and relations are part of reasoning. This topic exists in this 2020 as well, but now it is specifically mentioned there in 2021 syllabus. Now, this simply means that there will be questions based on this deduction, induction, analogy and numerical relation, my friend. Okay, so please note it down. The added new topics for you all with respect to the GATE 2021 syllabus, which is their changes from 2020, my friend. Yes, so within a second, just go with this. I hope you all know this. So my friend, we all know that general aptitude, if you see, so this question number means 2021, it is exam pattern for you all. So question number 1 to 5 means 5 questions, which is of 1 marks, that is there for you. And then 6 to 10, again, it is of 1 marks, or sorry, it's of 2 marks, means total, if you see, my friend, this 15 marks question will be there for you on general aptitude. Now, there is a saying, my friend, and the saying is, if you are feeling that you are not good at your technical subjects and all, focus on general aptitude because it gives you 15 marks, and go for engineering mathematics. Okay, so if you can do this two thing, in a good way, so you can qualify GATE exam, my friend. And if you are good at somewhat technical subject, just put it there, because now it is December and we have exam in next month. So my friend, I'm telling you the basic trick how to score the marks. Don't go for 100 marks in aptitude, because again it is a GATE, my friend. You know the basically level of this exam. So you need to focus here on the basic. What is your strategy to get it done? Because ultimately what matters? Qualified. If you are basically putting n numbers of things and if you're not qualified, so it is not of use, my friend. So you just go with your strategy, what you're going to do. So I am telling you that, because as far as aptitude is concerned, with respect to this GATE, it is somewhat means it is of basic or intermediate level. It is not on difficult level. So try to put your all efforts with general aptitude, because it is very easy, and we are there for you to help here. Okay. So this is 15 marks you can get it from only aptitude, my friend. And I believe if you see the cutoff, basically for all the branches in GATE, it is not more than 30 marks. So if you're talking about 30, my friend, the 50% it is covering in basically general aptitude only. So please focus on this one. Please focus on this. Okay. So we all know that it is total question is 65, having total marks of 100, and it is of 3 hours duration. Okay. And general aptitude 15 marks and mathematics 15 marks, my friend. So you can understand, means if you're doing your aptitude as well as mathematics both, you can crack this exam easily. So here is the strategy from my side to you all, my friend. Just focus on it. Yes. So basically what I'm going to deal with this for this one, I'm going to discuss with you all on reading and comprehension in that narrative sequencing and idioms and phrases, my friend. So today we are going to cover this thing, and then quantity aptitudes. Basically, from tomorrow onwards, it will be focused on data interpretation with all type of sums and all, and many more. So let's start with the today topic, that is reading and comprehension, my friend. Now, the first and foremost thing is, what is the purpose of reading and comprehension? Because that we should understand. What we are doing, my friend, literally we are putting some passages, we are jot down some answers, and try to put out some basic our logic कि भाई इस तरह से solve होता ही है, और बस हमको होता है, हमको लगता है कि नहीं यार we have done it, but my friend that is nothing. So first try to understand what is the purpose to put this reading and comprehension in GATE exam. I hope you are getting this thing. Yes, so the first thing is to connect the ideas on the page to what you already know. Are you getting my point? So first is you need to connect the ideas. Okay, whenever there is a passage, try to understand what you know about this, because that is very important. It always going to save your time, my friend. Okay, next, if you don't know anything about a subject, then pouring words of text into your mind is like pouring water into your hand. Okay, you don't retain much. So if you feel कि नहीं यार, whatever the passage or whatever the question it is there in that paper, it is not basically acknowledged by me, or it is new for me. Okay, so try to put your strategy there, how to solve it. Okay, now I'm giving you a simple example, my friend. For example, if suppose this is what the number, like this 7516324 and this all, and I'll tell you if suppose you want to learn this, or if you want to remember these numbers, so which number you are going to easily remember? Which number you are going to easily remember, my friend? Yes, I know. This last one, you can easily remember this number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Why? Because this we already used to have from our basically KG और UG. हम लोगों ने यही चीज पढ़ी हुई है पहले से. तो and if you see there is means all we have this 7 number, my friend. आप इसमें देखो हमारे पास ये तीनों ही नंबर हैं इसके अंदर. बट यदि आप if you are putting some strategy, if you are putting some sequence, और आपने उसको कुछ अपने हिसाब से arrange कर लिया, you can easily remember these numbers. Are you getting my point? So here is the crux, my friend. So try to understand this gate pattern or this gate paper is like this number only, my friend. 7516324 जो हमें समझ में नहीं आता है कभी कभी. But if you put your efforts, if you put your strategy, then it is very easy to get it with. Okay, so this is what all about reading, my friend. Now let's talk about comprehension. I don't know how many of you know the meaning of comprehension, but yes, comprehension is simply extracting meaning from what you read. Are you getting my point? So what is comprehension means? Whatever you are reading, like a passage or something, you need to understand the meaning. You need to extract the meaning, and it is what the ultimate goal of reading, my friend. So hope you are understanding. So you just put your focus as far as this reading and comprehension is concerned, what you are understanding, and for that I'm telling you, my friend, it is not basically I'm giving 2-hour session and you are going to be master in that particular. No, you need to put efforts, and whatever your basically your background is there, like if you are there in a good, basically you have good communication, you know your vocabulary is good, then it is always going to be helpful. But again, there is no other way except hard working. You need to put your efforts to get it done. So my friend, here is the first question from reading and comprehension, which is asked in year 2020 in mechanical basically paper. So this is what the question, and now I'm trying to I'm basically giving you basically 1-2 minutes. If someone is going to tell me the answer, then basically it is good for me, or in a minute. Try to read this one. Yes, can anyone read that one? Or in chat box you can put answer if anyone basically understand this thing. Roshan, Rajni, Pranav, Swati. This is what the question. So the question is, heat by floods, the Kharif, summer-sown crops in various parts of the country have been affected. Officials believe that the loss in production of the Kharif crop can be recovered in the output of a Rabi. crops so that country can achieve its food grain production target of 219 million tons in the crop year 2019, July-June. They are hopeful that good rains in July-August will help the soil retain moisture for a longer period, helping winter-sown crops such as wheat and pulses during the November-February period. So my friend, this is what the passage you are given. Okay, and now what is the question? The question is, which of the following statement can be inferred from the given passage? Now friend, this is what the question they have asked. Okay, now if you see here, it is a word called inferred, INFERRED. Now the first and foremost thing is you must understand what is the meaning of this word inferred. If you know, you can go ahead. If you don't know, then you need to leave this question, my friend. So this is what the importance of vocabulary, this is what the importance of word which we should always try to basically add in your memories, in your dictionary. Okay, so anyone who knows what do you mean by inferred, INFERRED, you can just put in chat box. So my friend, inferred means to form an opinion or decide that something is true from the information you have. ठीक है? In Hindi, उपलब्ध सूचना के आधार पर कोई राय बनाना या सत्यता का निर्णय करना या कोई परिणाम निकालना. So that means you need to find out the summary. You need to try to take out the conclusion from this passage. Okay? So आपने ये जो passage पढ़ा है, इससे आपने एक conclusion draw करना है जो इस statement से align hoga. Are you getting my point? You need to find out the conclusion from this statement with respect to this basically given options. Like first thing, officials declared that the food grain production target will be made due to good rain. So आपको बस ये देखना है कि जो passage लिखा हुआ है, इस passage से basic जो conclusion है वो क्या आ रहा है? It is option A. Option B, official want the food grain production target to be met by the November-February period. Official want the food grain production target to be met by November-February period. Then option C, official feel that the food grain production target cannot be made due to flood. And fourth, official hope that the food grain production target will be met due to a good Rabi produce. So my friend, here is the option. I hope you have understood the question. This is asked in the year 2020, one of the basically branches, my friend. And this is what the first reading and comprehension. So in 2021 as well, in your gate paper, this type of format, this type of structure, this type of question will going to ask for you. So you need to understand the basic meaning about inferred, because this word is going to be used there also. So inferred ka matlab kya hai? Inferred means to draw out some conclusion. What do you mean by infer? To draw out some conclusion. So here is the passage. Okay. If anyone can put unmute and put me the answer, or basically then it will be good, or I will tell you. I'll wait for 2 minutes so that you can understand this thing. Or else I'll tell you the answer.
D option.
Good, good. May I know your name?
Swati Tirumala.
Oh, thank you, Swati. So according to Swati, the option D is correct. And it is official hope that the food grain production target will be made due to a good Rabi produce. And yes, and Swati is correct. So I hope, my friend, as Swati has put it, understood this thing, you also have understood that how it is going to be there. So my friend, if you read this one, okay, basically passage, so it is given by hit by flood, matlab due to flood, the summer crops that is known as Kharif, it is going to be affected. Now officials believe that the loss in production of Kharif can be recovered in the output of winter sown crop. Are you getting a point? So winter sown crops can compensate the loss in production of the summer sown crop. Are you getting? And this is what can achieve. Hope you understand, and I hope all of you agree that yes, answer D is correct. Very good, Swati. I hope you all understanding this. Yes. Now, friend. So with that basically a model example, what point we should understand whenever there is a passage. So first thing, you must note this point, my friend. You should be able to identify each time you read an article or a passage or a paragraph. This is what the trick, my friend, which is I'm sharing you with my experience. The first thing, read the question first. Okay, whenever there is a passage and question is given to you, first read the question. Why? Because when you read the question, and after that, if you read the passage, there will be an alignment. है ना? Your mind is going to basically always focus कि भाई ये question का answer कहाँ दिया है इस passage में. Are you getting my point? So always, this is the very important point and tricks I'm telling you all, friend. So it is read the question first. Second, try to identify the main idea on which it is going to put out. Like, always try to put out your conclusion, because you have a rough paper and a pen with you all. Just note down that question and just put your idea about that passage. Okay, if suppose that passage consists of line of say 6, you can just summarize it in 2 lines and just write down that 2 lines in your basically in rough page, so that you can understand that this is what the crux of that passage. Third, identification of opinions in the article and story. Yes, you need to understand what that passage is talking about. Okay, what are the main point? Inference made by the author and speaker, that is conclusion. जो आपको क्वेश्चन अभी पूछा था पीछे वाले एग्जाम में, my friend, that is what inference. Okay, and next, summarizing a passage. So overall, my friend, this is what a simple trick I am putting you for this reading and comprehensions. Okay, it is not, my friend. I always tell to my students who are there for preparing a GATE or any competitive exam, that if there is an reading and comprehension, my friend, go with that first, because you are going to score full marks in that. Okay, try to get an attempt for this, because this is very easy. People used to leave that because of it is lengthy passage, है ना? बहुत बार students इसे छोड़ देते हैं कि बहुत lengthy passage होता है. But my friend, I basically, if you are putting your time management और आपने जितना time allot किया है comprehension या this particular question के लिए, यदि आप उतना देते हैं, so you surely get a correct answers, because it is very easy, my friend. We are doing this from our childhood, है ना? हम लोगों ने ये passage का reading question answer ये 5th 6th class से हम लोग कर रहे हैं. So I believe you are getting this thing. So please jot down this point. It is very important. Yes. Now, there is a strategy which is called as KWS strategy, which is developed by literature, basically Professor Ogle in 1986. So whenever there are basically big passages are there, so how you are going to solve it that? So first, and that strategy is considered as KWL strategy, my friend. KWL, very simple one. So first, what K stand for? K stand for what I know. So what you already know about the topic, write this list in the K column. So my friend, there will be a column. You can make it this. If suppose you find कि नहीं हमारे पास बहुत बड़ा passage दिया है GATE exam में, तो हम लोग कैसे कर सकते हैं? So you can go with this, my friend. K. Just put a column here in this sequence. Okay, just put this K, W, and L. So what K stand for? What I know. So what you already know about the topic is simply you can put K there. Okay, as per first appearance. Are you getting my point? Without reading means just going with a rough basically you're getting within a second, you can just know what do you know about this. Second, what I want to know. So second, W stand for what I want to know. Means now what I want to know, depending on what the question asked in the passage, you can judge this. What I want to know, my friend. इसलिए मैंने बोला था कि जब भी आपके पास रीडिंग एंड कॉम्प्रिहेंशन है, आप हर बार फोकस कीजिए कि आपको क्वेश्चन क्या दिया है. सबसे पहले आप क्वेश्चन को पढ़िए, उसके बाद पैसेज के ऊपर जाइए. Are you getting my point? And then you can basically you can just note it down in the second column the question कि क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा हुआ है. And my friend, ये आपको देखने के लिए बहुत ही odd लगा होगा, but I can assure you if you are going with this, because those students who are going for GRE, TOEFL or IELTS, मैंने उनको यही basically strategy बताई है, and they are going best, my friend. So if the passage are lengthy, okay, if the passage are short, you can go with conventional route as well. Okay, so what I want to know, this is what the second point in column which you can note it down. So here you need to write the questions about what they want to learn from reading the text. Okay, so just note down the question there. And yes, so 1 second. Sorry for interruption. We are back. So friend, I'm talking about the basic strategy which is there. Yes, so we are there. I hope the screen is visible to all and I'm audible. Anyone can unmute and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so we are there. So if the passage is very lengthy, okay, and if you cannot have it within a second, so just follow this strategy. And lastly, what I learn. So my friend, what I learn is nothing but the answer of your question which is there asked in this passage. So after reading the text, students should look for answers to the question listed in W column. So you can put your answer there, my friend. Okay, so that is what a simple strategy which is proposed by Professor Ugle in 1986, my friend, and it is simply following till now. Those who are going for CAT exam and MAT, GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, they are going for this strategy. I don't know how many of you know this, and I believe no one has told you about this thing, but yes, this is what the strategy you can follow if the passage is lengthy or there will be more passages, my friend. So please note down this. That is called as KWL strategy. Yeah. Now, there is another question which is asked most of time. It is in EC, Electronics and Communication paper in 2019. And the question is, again, it is a part and parcel of one of the passage question is giving. And I'm giving you the second type of question which is asked in reading and comprehension. So this is second type of question asked. And the question is, by giving him the last, fill in the blanks of the cake, you will ensure lasting fill in the blanks in our house today. In our house today. Now, what do you need to do? The words that best fill the blank in the above sentence. Okay, so you need to choose the correct option out of this thing, and you need to put the option. So please go with that. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Just try to have it and put it. So can anyone have an answer? Yes.
B is the correct option.
B. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Again, it's a Swati. So my friend,
No, sir. I'm written in chat box.
yeah. So I believe first, my friend, this is a question, and this question is not going to ask in 2021. It is for sure. So how the first and foremost thing कि हमें किस चीज के ऊपर फोकस करना है जब इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन हो. First thing, you need to go कि भाई what is the meaning of these words, my friend? Are you getting my point? Yes. So first, if you see, there are three different words given. One is piece, spelling P-I-E-C. So piece is what? An amount or example of something. Then second is peace, the state of being calm or quit, है ना, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं शांति. And third is peace, है ना. और peace का मतलब क्या है? I hope you can simply understand with this image. So my friend, now just अब आपको उसका मतलब पता है, and I hope all of you can answer this, है ना. Now by giving him the last piece of cake, you will ensuring lasting peace in our house, है ना. तो यहां पे आएगा टुकड़ा, peace means first, और दूसरे में आएगा शांति वाला peace. Are you getting? Yes. So option B is correct, my friend. Hope all of you are understanding this thing. If any doubt, please put in chat box. I hope you are getting all. If any doubt, you can just unmute yourself or put in message box. Okay. Because my intention not to cover the syllabus. My intention is to understand you this thing in a better way, my friend. Please. Yes. Now this question asked in GATE 2019, and I am putting basically answer there only. Why? Because I want to understand you this thing. I have told you the trick. I have told you how to pursue the question of reading and comprehension. Just try to read the passage and try to understand ki yes, is your answer matching with my option or not. If there is some problem, just put me the message in message box. I can go with that. So here is the passage. A coastal region with unparalleled beauty is home to many species of animal. It is dotted with the coral reefs and unexploited white sandy beaches. It has remained inaccessible to tourists due to poor connectivity and lack of accommodation. A company has spotted the opportunity and is planning to develop a luxury resort with helicopter service to the nearest major city airport. Environmentalists are upset that this would lead to the region becoming crowded and polluted like any other major beach resorts. So here is the question, friend. And the question is, which one of the following statement can be logically inferred? Again, देखो ये word आया हुआ है. तो इसका मतलब हमें पता होना चाहिए. Inferred का मतलब क्या होता है? Draw out conclusion, put the summary. So can be logically inferred from the information given in the above paragraph. Yes. So here is the basically 4 statement. The first statement is the culture and tradition of the local people will be influenced by the tourist. The region will become crowded and polluted due to tourism. The coral reefs are on the decline and could soon vanish. Helicopter connectivity would lead to an increase in tourists coming to the region. Now, friend, if you go with these 4 options, okay, all are basically nearer to them. Are you getting? But we need to find out the conclusion only in one statement. Okay, so if you are going for the first one, the culture and tradition of the local people will be influenced by the tourist. Yes, it can be, हो सकता है, लेकिन हमें जो बोलना है means हमारा जो conclusive statement चाहिए, that should be match it with this statement. Okay. Second one, the region will become crowded and polluted due to tourism. Okay. Third is the coral reefs are on the decline and could soon vanish. Again, this is also the answer, my friend, but again we need to put the answer with respect to this passage. Helicopter connectivity would lead to an increase in tourism coming to the region. Okay, so again this is there, but the correct one is option B. Hope you are understanding. If any doubt, please unmute yourself and put me. Or you can put in a message box. Next, friend. The cricket board has long recognized John's potential as a leader of the team. However, his on-field temperament, anger, has always been a matter of concern for them since his junior days. While this aggression has filled stadia with diehard fan. Now, aggression has filled stadia. It means what? Stadia means it is called as encouragement, enthusiasm. So it has taken a toll on his own battling. Until recently, it appeared that he found it difficult to convert his aggression into big scores. Over the past 3 sessions, though, that picture of John has been replaced by a cerebral, calculative and successful batsman captain. After many years, it appeared that the team has finally found a complete captain. So which of the following statement can be logically inferred from the above paragraph? My friend, मैं आपको ये बोल सकता हूँ कि ये जो क्वेश्चन में आपको बार-बार ये जो वर्ड्स दिख रहा है, ठीक है? So because it has been found that एक क्वेश्चन आपको गेट पे in gate 2020 as well, it will be there which will be asked in this particular word. So try to understand, है ना? मतलब आपका when this question asks for 2 marks, so 2 marks तो आपके पक्के हो गए. If you can understand the logic, strategy, how to go with this, okay? So even as a junior cricketer, now we need to find out which statement logically basically connected with this paragraph, okay? So even as a junior cricketer, John was considered a good captain. This is the first statement. Finding a complete captain is a challenge. Fans and the cricket board have different views on what they want in a captain. Over the past 3 reasons, John was accumulated big score. See, my friend. Again, all these 4 statement is basically near about basically putting the answer. Okay, they are all correct, but we need to put our answer with respect to the statements which is there in basically, okay, conclusive. So here the correct option is C, and in that C means second and fourth. This simply belongs to this, and this second and fourth statement is giving you the inference of the passage. And second is finding a complete captain is a challenge, and fourth is over the past 3 seasons, John was accumulated big score. Okay, so with this 2 statement, we can draw the conclusion of this passage. Hope you are getting. Yes, let's go with a new one. Yes, friend. So I hope you got the ideas. Now try to understand it. This is asked in 2018. Naval architect never claimed that a ship is unsinkable, but the sinking of the passenger and car ferry Estonia in the Baltic Swirly should have never have happened. It was well designed and carefully maintained. It carried the proper number of lifeboats. It has been thoroughly inspected the day of its fatal voyage. Yet hour later, the Estonia rolled over the rover and sank in a cold, stormy night. It went down so quickly that most of those on board caught in their dark flooding cabins and had no chance to save themselves. Of those who managed to scramble overboard, only 139 survived. The rest died of hypothermia before the rescuers could plug them from the cold sea. The final death toll amounted to 912 souls. However, there were an unpleasant number of questions about why the Estonia sank and why so many survivors were men in the prime of life, while most of them were women, children, and the elderly. Now, friend, this is what the question and what we need to put. Now here is, so again, one can understand from the reading. Now, this is what reading and comprehension, my friend. So from reading, what you can understand? The life-saving equipment did not work well and lifeboats could not be lowered. Design fall and incompetent crew contributing to the sinking of the Estonia ferry. 139 people managed to leave the vessel but died in freezing water. Naval architect claimed that the Estonia was unsinkable. Most victims were trapped inside the boat as they were in their cabin. Now, here are the 5 options are there, and we need to fix, we need to understand what is the conclusion which can align with the statements. So it is given in there. Just try to understand which one is correct. Yes. So my friend, if you see, I can understand from this that option E is putting the inference or the conclusion, that is most victim were trapped, means why this happened. And if you see, it is somewhat related to Titan. I hope all of you have seen this movie. So option E is somewhat putting the conclusive statement ki bhai, what is there? If ship is going to sink, naturally there will be basically some destruction takes place, and it is conclusive in this option E. Yeah. Here it is. Erosions of America farmland by wind and water has been a problem since settlers first put the prairies and grassland under the plow in the 19th century. By the 1930s, more than 282 million acres of farmland were damaged by erosion. After 40 years of conservation efforts, soil erosion has accelerated due to new demand placed on the land by heavy crop production. In the years ahead, the soil erosion and the pollution problem it causes are likely to replace petroleum scarcity as the nation's most critical natural resource problem. Now, the author point out again in the passage that erosion in America. So why there is erosion in America? That is what you need to put the justification with this passage. And here are the options. So why there is erosion in America? First is, has damaged 282 million acres ever since settlers first put the prairies and grasslands under the plow, has been so severe that it has forced people to abandon their settlement, occurs only in area with no vegetation, can become a more serious problem in the future, was on the decline before 1930s. Yes. So which one is the reason of erosion of soil in America? We need to put the answers. So anyone can tell me with these options which one is correct?
Option A.
Yeah.
Option A.
Option A. May your name, please?
Swati.
I believe Swati is there only because I am having 1 or 2 interaction as well. What about boys? Boys, you need to crack the exam, not girls only. Yeah. Yes, but Swati, the correct one is option D. See, as far as soil erosion is concerned, this is there in our country as well. But why it is problem? Because in future, as the population is going to be increased, then only is going to be problem. And here, why I'm putting option D is the correct one, because see, after 40 years of conservation effort, now friend, this is what the importance. Previously, means no one is going to take care that there is a soil erosion due to fertilizer or something different condition. But now we are putting efforts, government is putting efforts with respect to America as well as our side. Hence, the option D is putting is the concern, because we need to consider it as a problem and we need to think about it. Okay. Yeah. So the last of this session of reading and comprehension, and very easy one. Opera refers to a dramatic art form originating in Europe, in which the emotional content is conveyed to the audience as much through music, both vocal and instrumental, as it is through the lyrics. By contrast, in musical theaters, an actor's dramatic performance is primary and the music plays a lesser role. The drama in opera is presented using the primary element of theater such as scenery, costumes, and acting. However, the words of the opera or libretto are sung rather than spoken. The singers are accompanied by a musical ensemble ranging from a small instrumental ensemble to a full symphonic orchestra. So again, you need to draw out what is stated in the reading. First, acting and costumes are secondary to music in musical theatre. Many people find musical theatre more captivating than opera. Music in a musical theatre is not as important as it is in opera. And opera require a huge orchestra as well as a large choir. Opera doesn't have any properties in common with a musical theatre. So we need to find out which statement after reading the passage is doing justice with which option. So my friend, option C is somewhat music in musical theatre is not as important as it is in opera. Why? Because say in opera, whatever the host is there, means whoever with the host, it is not going to spoke, it is going to perform. Okay, that person is going to sing that thing. Hence, music in musical theatre is basically is important. It is in opera as it is not important in musical theatre. So you need to draw out the conclusion, my friend. So with this all question, I try to tell you to just develop a strategy to understand how you are going to connect with the correct answer. Okay, my friend. And again, as I already told you, that this 1 hour session is not going to make you master, but again, it is going to give you some insight, some important point which will going to help you out to do this. So again, key elements: read the question first, try to collect the main idea, identify what is the opinion in the article or story, inference made by the author or speaker, summarize a passage, very important, and just write down these 2 lines. Okay, so this is what a simple thing which you can understand. Okay, or else if the passage is very big, so just follow the KWL strategy. K means what you know already, what you want to know, that means the question which is asked, and you need to give the answer. And third, try to find out the answer. Okay, so thank you. This is all about my side. Okay, so if anyone have any doubt, we can go with this. So we can stop the recording and I can go with the question and answer. Yes. So it is all about reading and comprehension, friend. In the last means at 1:30, we are going to start with the second part, that is narrative and sequence and idioms and phrases. So meanwhile, if anyone have any doubt or any questions, whatever it may be, okay, and you can basically ask. See, my friend, very important thing, being an engineer. Why we are engineer? Because we are able to ask the question. We can generate the question. Because जब तक question नहीं आएगा, you cannot find out the solution. So if you have any question, it could be silly one also. यदि आपको लगता है कि नहीं ये तो बहुत छोटा है, but you need to ask, please ask, because this is what the platform your college has provided, your department has provided to ask you. Okay, or you can simply put in the chat box as well. Yes, because I got the answer from one or two girl student only. Roshan Rathod, are you comfortable with what we have did? Yes, Roshan. Rajni, Shubham, because Swati has given the answer, so I believe she is comfortable with that. What about you? Yes. So if you're putting the answer, so it means if you're silent, that it means two thing. एक कि भाई आपको हर चीज बहुत ही क्लियर है, और दूसरी कि भाई मुझे कुछ भी नहीं समझा. So basically I'm a positive person, so I always take it in a positive note that yes, you understood, because you're not speaking. My friend, don't try to shy, because again आप यहां शर्मा जाओगे तो फिर very problem for you, है ना? So if you ask the answer, question, any question, please ask. I'm ready to get it.